Welcome to Retrobot, the YouTube channel where we feed a friendly space robot a diet of pure nostalgia. I'm Clay, and today we are doing a short circuits video, which is shorter formats for your retro viewing needs. This is going to be a great one. We are talking about the new Buzzworthy Bumblebee and Spike figure. So let's jump right in. So first of all, this is the package, and this is fresh from the store. I found this in the wild, and you can see that some really excellent War for Cybertron artwork on the top here, and you see that it is part of the War for Cybertron Trilogy. It's hard to get that in focus. There we go. That's a little bit better. But notice that it does not say War for Cybertron Earthrise. It doesn't say Kingdom. It looks like the Kingdom style, but it doesn't say Kingdom. Instead, it says Buzzworthy Bumblebee. I don't know where this fits in. Because, you know, obviously, yeah, War for Cybertron Trilogy, but we've had Seige, Earthrise and Kingdom, Buzzworthy Bumblebee? I mean, and look, you know, see, it says Buzzworthy Bumblebee almost as though that's a line name, because then the name of the figures, Bumblebee and Spike Witwickey, are here. So I don't know what this is. I don't know where this fits into the continuum. I know that there is a Netflix War for Cybertron Kingdom version of Bumblebee. I think it's Kingdom. It's either Kingdom or it's Earthrise. It's all based off of that Cliff Jumper mold. It's just a slight retool anyway. But you can see the back of the package here shows both figures, and we see what appears to be a pretty generic compact car mode for Bumblebee, and then a Spike figure that apparently just lays down to transform. That at least that's what it looks like. But we're gonna find out here. So we're gonna open this up, and I'm not all that concerned about the packaging. It is just a blister pack. You know, I can try to be as gentle as I can, but it's not really all that collectible of packaging, sadly. So we're gonna open that up here and pull out the tray, and there we go, and we get, ooh, we've got 3 colors. We've got grayscale and orange. So Buzzworthy Bumblebee gets some orange on there. That is sharp. Oh, it looks like there is a moving part on the Spike figure. So that's good. And there's the rest of the instructions there. I don't care about that. And also we have this little piece of paper, which seems to be included with every Transformers toy, and it says, warning, small parts in every language known to mankind. And then there's also copyright information, and I don't really care about that either. So there is our package, and I'm just kind of letting that go there. Let's take a look at the toys themselves. So here we go. This is them in their little blister, and we've got a little gun for Bumblebee here. We can get it out. There we go. So, little gun, and then we have some little plastic things here. So let's go ahead and free him from his bonds. Carefully. And I don't see any more of those, so maybe Bumblebee will come out. Pop his feet out. There we go. And then pop the arms out, and there we go. So we do have Bumblebee here. And it seems like he's got a lot of little joints on him, a lot more than it looked like when he was in the package. So that's pretty interesting. But and let's get Spike out also. So we'll just okay. That is Spike is really in there, so we can get rid of that, and then we will give Bumblebee his little gun. And there we go. That is Bumblebee in his robot mode. Let me see if I can get him into a little bit of better focus. There we go. I think we're getting there. So that's him. So he's got a very shiny face. It's not vacuum metallized shiny, but it is pretty shiny. But the detail is very faint. You know, it's not a tremendous amount of molded in detail with the face. Let me get really close so that you can see that. There we go. And so that is that's the face on him. Very, very Gen 1-y. He looks like he has kind of a sad expression. It's like, oh, I'm sad. I'm Bumblebee. I'm trying to get even closer. I'm pretty much holding it an inch away from the camera, and I just don't know if I have the depth of field to get it. There we go. So that's pretty good. But yeah, his face is pretty somber, and you look at it from the side, and you know it's pretty slight. Not nearly as much dimension as we've seen in a lot of the other generations figures. The mold detail just seems very, very slight. He's got the normal Bumblebee style head crest and head shape, but again, the detail on it just seems very, very slight. Nice Autobot symbol on the chest. That looks good. We've got pretty good posability on the shoulder here. You know, it moves out. It's a nice ball joint. We've got a ball joint on the arm, which seems a little bit awkward. Yeah, see, it just popped out. So you know, it moves, but it seems like I don't know if maybe there's some flash on there or something that's keeping it from moving the way that it's really supposed to. But yeah, I need to get that back in there. It just kind of popped out on me. Come on, Bumblebee. You can do it. You can get in there. There we go. Okay, so yeah, you can mend it like that. You can see whenever I twist, it just pulls itself right out. So I in theory, it should be able to twist, but it doesn't seem to want to twist. So let's just treat it, I guess, like a hinge. But yeah, that both elbows feel really, really weird. You know, I don't know what's going on, but the geometry seems off. So that's something that I'm noticing right away on this guy. And let me see if I can get him. Got him so close to the camera. And the camera does not like it. Okay, there we go. So let's see, we don't seem to have a pivoting waist, but we do have hip joints, ball joints at the hips. We've got knees, and of course this looks like it's part of the transform, but nonetheless it is a joint at the ankle. It's not the sideways joint that we're used to with a lot of the War for Cybertron characters, but the head is kind of loose. It's very loosey-goosey. You know, it's kind of flips around here. He's like, no. So that's something. It's a tiny toy. Also, it is a very, very small toy. You know, he's posable. the general form of his robot mode looks good. I will give him that. It does look good. It's a well proportioned toy. It's kind of a cute form for him, and Bumblebee gets a lot of mileage out of being the cute Transformer. Although apparently, according to the show, he's the ugly one. Either way, you know, I kind of wish that there were a little bit more paint deco, but I don't think. I feel like this, whatever Buzzworthy Bumblebee is sort of on the level of Cyberverse or something like that. I don't think that this is intended for a for adult collectors. And maybe I mean, it's got all the posability and stuff, but it seems like it's manufactured at more of a kiddie level. He does have wings here. So he's got some robot wings. I'm okay with Bumblebee having wings. And they kind of stick back far enough. Like, you can have them out to the side, and that looks fine. Or if you want him to look a little bit more traditional, you can just kind of put them in the back and ignore them. Either way works well. And, of course, you saw how long I looked at the instructions. So we're going to transform him. And I'm sure it's not hard to figure out. I'm going to start by, boy, the head is really in the way here. I don't know if we need to turn it to the side. Well, it doesn't seem to want to go all the way to the side, so I'm just going to go like this and try and get that in there. It seems like it's supposed to fold up, but boy, the horns are getting in the way. Okay, there we go. When I had the face perfectly forward, it was able to clear the horns, so that's good. And then we got this little panel back there, and then we're going to, I guess these arms, they kind of have to go in, right? So, and I'm guessing that the arm panels are going to go to the sides here, something like that. Okay, there we go. So we can plug that the wing. See, the wings have these little holes right here, and then there's a little peg right there. So that aligns that and kind of holds everything together. But boy, that arm, obviously the arm goes up here. There we go. We kind of got it to go in, but boy, it doesn't. It looks. See how it's doing this thing where it kind of wants to push out. So those arms are wonky. That's what I'm discovering here. The arms are wonky. Now again, here you might not have seen it before. The shoulders are on this little jointed piece here. Let's see if you can see this without the tire being in the way. So there, you see that jointed piece right there? That allows the shoulder joint to go inside like that. And then we can close that other fender around there and plug it into the back. And then I'm going to put the arm in place. And you can see these little alignment tabs right at the bottom of the door seam right there. So we're going to click that into there and try and get it to go in. Again, the arms just, there we go. It didn't even click. And see, you see how like the hands just want to kind of flare out, but I don't think they're supposed to. So we're going to flip the feet forward like that, and I'm going to go ahead and put the feet together, and then we can just kind of push everything together and tuck it up. And then you see how these little hook pieces on the feet will hook into the panels on the doors, just like that. And so we have a little car, and it's just like, it's a very cute little boxy 80s K car. That's what it looks like. This is the car that Marty would fall in love with on Mighty Car Mods, and he would put a turbo in it, and they'd have to cut out the firewall in order to replace the engine. But that's the kind of car that Marty would get and then make go super fast. What I am noticing is that there is really no passenger compartment, which honestly, for such a tiny figure, I wouldn't have expected there to be a passenger compartment, but it is packaged with Spike here. So you kind of wonder. Now, here's Spike, and he is, let's see, we've got arms. The arms go up and down. And we have this little panel on the back. It's sort of a backpack type thing. So just silver, just painted silver for the dome, which, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, it is what it is. It's just a little extra figure. But he doesn't ride inside of Bumblebee. The exo-suits do have their own little transform, and you can see how they've molded in some little wheels there and there, and then down at the feet. And so I guess you would lay him on his back and flip this over, and now it's just a little car thing. Or, well, it's an alt mode. It's a vehicle mode for the exosuit. It's not really intended to be like a passenger vehicle or something. It's not supposed to look like anything, but it's something that allows the exosuit to have its own vehicle mode, because obviously while wearing it would be hard to fit inside normal sized vehicles. So we have that, and then if we want to turn it back into Spike, then it's like that. So that's these two guys. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out, this is the Transformer Selects version, or Generation Selects version of the Titans Returns Bumblebee. The only difference between the Titan Returns version and this version is that the Titans Return have black windows, and this one has clear windows, and this one came with a Spike figure as well. And so we're gonna go ahead. First of all, one thing about this version, even though it is bigger, it's definitely bigger. This is I guess more that core class or something. This is Scout class, but the Scout class vehicles in Power of the Prime, or not Power of the Primes, Titan Returns, were actually really, really nicely done, because they all had a passenger compartment engineered into them. And so we have our Spike figure here, and once again, in lieu of having like a clear dome, they just painted it silver. This one has Cerebros's head, because Spike turned into the head of Cerebros, which turned into the head of Fortress Maximus. So we do have a Spike figure here that transforms into a head. It does not have a vehicle mode, but it can ride inside of Bumblebee. And then we have our Bumblebee figure here, which I'll transform very quickly. Just twist the doors here and pull out the legs, and then there we go. So there we go. This is the power, or the, I always say that, Titans Returns Bumblebee with his version of Spike that can actually ride inside, versus, let's go ahead and transform him again, and we'll just disconnect that. We'll pull that little hook out of the back there and disengage that. And Dudley is here, and he is very angry that I'm still talking to you. And we'll split the feet, and we'll pull the fenders out from the side. Yeah, Dudley. Yeah. Yeah. If Dudley jumps up, we may have to see Dudley in this video. And then we'll pull the shoulders out and fold that little panel up, and there we go. So that is Buzzworthy Bumblebee in his robot mode, next to Titan Returns Bumblebee in his robot mode. Obviously, this is a more detailed toy. It's a better quality toy, and then we have Spike and Spike. So there they are, and let's just change the view here. So I got these, and I was very curious about them, and they're at a very low price point. So it's not a big investment to pick these up. And if you're a fan of the Gen 1 cartoon, and you always wanted to have a little Spike figure and a little Bumblebee figure so that they could pal around and do cool things, then this will scratch that itch. That being said, this version of Bumblebee doesn't really add anything to the line. If you've got either, this is the Generation Selects version again, or if you have the Titans Returns version, then you already have a really good Bumblebee toy. Or if you got that Netflix version, oh, look who's here. Hi there. And Dudley wanted to say hi to everyone, and he was angry that I wasn't acknowledging him. So there's Dudley. Thank you, Dudley. I love that cat. You want to be in the video? No, you don't. Okay, so, and now I've got cat hair all over my Transformers, which honestly I always have cat hair on my Transformers. But the Bumblebee Spike combination has been one that Hasbro has been kind of catering to many times over the years. Even Masterpiece Bumblebee, which you can see right here, came with a Spike. And this transforms into a Volkswagen, and this transforms, and it has lots of features. So this is something that we've seen them do several times, and I don't think it's ever a bad thing for them to do, but I do feel like this version, I guess this is the version that you get if you didn't get these guys and you didn't get these guys. So it's just another opportunity. I'm sorry, I'm not letting you into the cabinet. He's a nutball. That cat is a nutball. Just so that you know, my cat is crazy. So anyway, that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this review of War for Cybertron Trilogy Buzzworthy Bumblebee, because every trilogy needs a fourth part. Really? He's trying to open the door himself, because of course he is. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, then please click the thumbs up. It really helps us out a lot. Click the subscribe button and then the notification bell. That way you know when more of these videos are coming out. And also, we do a live stream pretty much every Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's a lot of fun. We have people in the live chat. We respond to questions and go all over the place. It's a great time. So please, we would love to see you on Friday nights in the chat. It would be great. And I guess I have to go so that my cat can get into the cabinets. I don't know what he's doing. I think that he's taking apart my house. I think that's what's happening. So anyway, have a wonderful time. And this is Clay Carlino telling you to keep it retro. You see, I did it. They said, keep it retro, bot. And now you're quiet. Thank you.